Hello everybody. Hey Chief, I'm good. I'm still loading into Project Cars. Why is Project Cars not on the thing? They must have changed the DirectX mode of Project Cars or something. I hope this works. Stream just went offline for you? Do I have any drop frames? If this happens again, I'm just gonna give up streaming permanently. Like, if these issues are gonna be a constant thing, I'm never gonna stream again. Because I don't know how I can fix this. Yeah, okay, so let's get to the Renaults. Ooh, buggeration, we're starting off with a touring car. You thought I fixed it? I thought I fixed it too! That's my issue. It's mostly stable. And it looks like the frame drops aren't making it through to YouTube too much. Let's get started anyway. What kind of time? Oh god, 8 minutes. So first up is the Renault Clio Cup car. Because they've already done the Alpine, or Alpine, or whatever you want to call it. Where's my pen gone? Because I'll be needing that today. There we go, you can sit over there as well. Let's load in. I forgot to turn off the music. Shut up, music. There we go. Oh boy, this is going to be a slow lap. You think about getting this game? Is it good? It is good. Can you play multiplayer? You can. I don't. Because I'm doing Project Hell, I'm not doing a multiplayer stream. It's quite good. Especially if you got a wheel. Dang it. The AI is a bit dumb though. So one thing I should point out right now is that I'm terrible with touring cars in general. Front wheel drive just never agrees with me. Because you have to be Did I get this game on Steam? Yep. If you're getting it now, though, I'd suggest getting the Game of the Year edition, because that's like pretty much what I have, and you save a bit of money. I'm just gonna restart that lap, so I need to brake a bit earlier and a bit lighter there. Have I got any DLC? I've got all of it. I have all the DLC for this game. The thing that annoys me about Project Cars, though, is Project Cars 2 is already in development. It has been for a while. So they're clearly trying to make this into a franchise when, if they focus on physics and getting more stuff into the game, it would be fantastic. Can I get mods? No! SMS have made this game more or less unmoddable. But there's a decent enough number of cars and tracks. Stream keeps dropping. I'm not seeing if this is the... I'm just gonna flat out stop the stream if I see more drop frames. Okay, it's on your end, Jeef. Yeah, it's on your end. There will come a point where I'll just stop caring anymore. Like, I'll just stop caring and quit YouTube or something. Because this is not fun. All of these stream issues are not fun. They're just making me angry. That's why I stopped streaming when I did. But that's why I stop streaming when I have issues, is I just get angry and I don't want to be angry. What type of drink am I drinking? Coffee! My morning cappuccino, I don't know, I keep getting a contract there. Where's my morning cappuccino? Helps me wake up and become human. One thing I hate about front wheel drive cars is that as soon as you touch the throttle, how low did it go? What? As soon as you touch the throttle, they start understeering. If you let off too much, they start oversteering. The frames? I don't know what you're talking about, Chief. Chief, I'm gonna time you out if you keep spamming the mods command. Cause you did it 6 or 7 times yesterday for no good reason. I get that you're on the mod list for Farm Sim, but did I drop more frames in the middle of all that? No. Be back in a second. I'm just going to take a short break to calm myself down a bit. What happened, Chief, was I just took a break to calm down because I was starting to get angry. I was getting frustrated with a lot of stuff going on, and I needed to take a short break just to prevent myself from going insane. Essentially, I'm gonna just have the frames up the top of the screen here and monitor those as much as possible. I need to stop reading chat as much as well. Because I find myself focused on chat a bit more than I should be. Oh good, I can't change brake bias. It's not entirely your fault, Chief. I didn't sleep last night and that tends to make me a bit moody. Aha! There's my solution. Damn it. This thing is ridiculous. What time did I go to bed? Like... the last time I checked my phone it was 6:30 this morning. So, what, about 12 hours ago now? Or 8 hours ago even. The issue is that I don't really sleep much. I can't sleep at logical times, and when it's hot outside like it is at the moment, when there's any kind of extreme temperature, when it's really hot like it has been recently, or really cold like it tends to be in the winter, I struggle to sleep. What did I have for my lunch? You mean breakfast? 2 packs of noodles. 2 packs of Tesco instant noodles, because they took like 5 minutes to cook. And I was hungry. Bear in mind, by the way, that sometimes it will look like it's dropping frames just because the game is running at a lower frame rate than it should be. I'm seeing this game currently at 150 FPS, well, 60, but it's running at 150, and you're seeing it at 30, so it's running at a much lower frame rate than it should be. Yeah, pot noodles. I had like really cheap, barely flavored curry noodles. They were alright, I guess. They could have done with some... I've got a habit of like spicing them up a bit. Like throwing chili powder and cayenne pepper and whatnot into it. This is ridiculous. The rear end of this car is barely stuck to the ground. It's like every time I go for a corner, I actually need to keep the throttle in because that keeps the rear end stuck, which means I need to slow down even more than I actually should. some reason I'm getting some frame rate lag. I'm actually having some frame rate issues in the game now. Probably related to the fact that my room is beginning to become an oven. And possibly the fact that I'm having to run Google Chrome because otherwise chat won't work. You hate games that make yourself annoying. You hate games that annoy you? I think everybody does. Your room is warm, so is mine. I got a PC, it's a warm day and my PC is blasting heat into my face. So that's definitely not helping. My room is usually quite insane during the summer. You need a fan? I could do with more of a breeze coming in today. There's next to no wind outside. You have all your windows open? Yeah, I'm in the same boat, and there's like no wind. Which means that all the air is just stagnating, kind of. I think all these Renaults are actually semi-automatic. Yours like a hot tub? Sounds about right. Mine's only going to get worse as the day goes on because I still have to record ATS for tomorrow and render and stuff. So that's going to be fun. I think both spellings of hot tub are correct. I think you can spell it with or without the space, which is a bit odd. One thing that's definitely going to annoy me is these Renaults, I think, are all front-wheel drive. With the exception of the RS01. You're bad at spelling? That's fine, most people I know are. To be honest, I struggle myself. I just kind of have to try and... I tend to Google if I can't figure out the spelling of a word. I Google what I think the spelling is and see how close I am. You don't need to retract all your messages like that, Chief. Everybody makes mistakes. And getting angry earlier was a mistake I made. And I just kind of took a bit of a break to rectify it. You use the spelling thing, spell check. Autocorrect or whatever the hell it's called. Because everybody has a different name for that damn thing. This car is so slow. I mean, it's great because it's controllable on the straight, but... Plus I can do this stupidness. locked up the front tires there. There we go. That's what 8:15.295. And I'll just write it down so I can put it into the Google app later. 8:15.295. 9. There we go. Where does that put me on the leaderboards? Assuming the leaderboards are actually working today. 8:15. Oh, quite far down. A lot further down than I thought. Will put me in 72nd. I make it? Yes, 72nd. For some reason, I'm not getting into the leaderboards anymore. I guess there might be some sort of hard limit on how many leaderboards you can actually be on at any given time. How many cars you can use to get onto leaderboards or something. I don't know. Next up, after this short commercial break, is going to be the Renault Megane RS265, which is front wheel drive off. Nuts. I think this thing has a manual gearbox, which is going to make it even more interesting. 260 horsepower though. 267 horsepower, which is nice. It's a bit of a shame they don't have the really ridiculously ugly Megane in this. The one that actually had a backside on it. So I'm going to take a quick ad break while I'm loading up, and we'll get to the Megane in a moment. The stream will stop basically when I'm through, when I've done all the cars. I want to do one extra lap today. I'm going to actually talk about this after the ad break. So I'm just going to watch YouTube real quick and watch for playing ad to finish. Pause again. Come on, stop playing the ad, YouTube. There we go. The Renault Megane RS265 is next. After that we'll be going to the Megane Trophy car, and then the Trophy V6, and finally the RS01 Renault Sport car. When I've got all of them done, I'm going to do an extra lap at 74 kilometers an hour, because I want to have some sort of mark for Muhammad Ali in this stream, and I think a lap at the Nurburgring at 74 kilometers an hour, 74 being the age at which he died, is a good way of marking it. And I will be doing a maximum of 74, which is going to be interesting for me to do that, but I'm going to do it anyway. And it's going to be a long lap. It's going to be about a 20-minute lap. So we have 4 more cars to go. Bear in mind that last week, or during the week, I did 3 cars in half an hour. It's impossible for me to say, oh, we'll have, 3 or 4 hour stream. I've got a 4-hour window. I don't know if I'll quite get a 4-hour stream. Yes, this is a manual, nuts. Oh, even more fun, we're on road tires. We're on street tires with this thing. Which means very little grip. I am using the clutch and whatever. Fourth gear's a good balance here, especially on street tires. You're watching in HD? Nice one. This thing is... It just doesn't want to turn. The street tires are hurting me. This is likely to be about an 8-minute lap. And the squeaking has returned. Occasionally. Come on. This thing is... It just does not want to turn because of the tires. I mean, it's still fairly moving. It's not like it's refusing to go just because I got street tires on it. It's just... It doesn't want to turn all that well. You keep getting like it must be you. Possibly. I did drop some frames towards the start of the stream, but it does seem to have stabilized since. There may be an odd frame skip somewhere as well. I'm gonna exit and swap tires. Yeah, it's on your end. I just checked frames. New setup. Please say I can get soft tires. Yes. I also want to. Oh, I can't change brake ducts. Not. Can I change anything? Steering ratio's fine. Can't change that, can't change that. No, I guess that's all I can do. Nordschleife and combine. There we go. We're ready to go now. I've got racing tires on this, which means I might actually have some grip. Did in fact apply the race tires, good. Oh yes, I can feel the grip now. Back, you're just going to cool down your Wi-Fi. Fair enough. Hey, Faye. I'm doing good. I was annoyed earlier. I took a quick break in the middle of at the start of the stream because I got really annoyed with something. But I'm good now. You missed the Clio Cup car. That was fun. I'm not good with front-wheel drive cars. Just not. It's just a thing. I'm too used to rear-wheel drives and having to the kind of predictability of where the rear end's gonna be. Because I find I can't drive front-wheel drives. I can drive four-wheel drives. Or all-wheel drives, or whatever you want to call them. Front-wheel drives, they tend to go on some adventures. Because I keep forgetting that the drive wheels are also the steering wheels. And instead of like accelerating to turn, you actually have to brake to turn. Because I can almost feel the I can almost feel the brake actually pulling the car towards the apex. Which is interesting. Definitely an interesting feeling. Still only on 360 drop frames, which is good-ish. Renaults are some of the best front-wheel drive hatches. I still prefer rear-wheel drive. Again, it's the case of I'm so used to the rear wheels just giving power and spinning up that having the the drive and steering wheels being one and the same kind of confused me a bit. The funny thing is I have driven front wheel drive in real life and I'm reasonable at it. Your Wi-Fi was overheated, so you needed to get a flower bucket. Why? You realise you're not supposed to pour water on stuff like that. The comedic thing is that I think most of the driving I have done in real life is actually rear wheel drive as well. Definitely the go-karts were. And that was some of the most fun I've ever had. Was like the first time I went go-karting was the first time I'd properly driven. When it was, it's electronics. Contact. Hey geek. It's electronics. You don't pour water on electronics. So, genuinely, one of the first things I ever drove was a racing go-kart, and one of the best experiences in my life was driving a go-kart on a wet track when it's like drizzling with rain, not like pouring down. It's still working. Yes, but that might explain why you're having some internet issues today, Chief. Is that you keep pouring water into it. Oh yeah, rear-wheel drives are never bought for speed, they're bought for comfort and usually quite predictable handling. Unless of course it's a twin cam, also known as the AE86, in which case... Ha ha ha! Look at me, I'm drifting, I'm burning up my tires. You just did it? Yeah, but if it's something you do regularly, that explains why your internet's dodgy. I don't get why people buy cars to drift them. I get why, like, professional drifters do it. But I don't get the whole chav culture, let's see how fast I can get my car sideways kind of thing. I even saw somebody drifting around a roundabout before. So what's the point of that? What's the point of drifting a roundabout? What does that even achieve? Because, like, you're going slower than you would have been going had you gone around the roundabout correctly. You bought rear-wheel drive cars for drifting, Fahy, didn't you? You're one of these people who buy a rear-wheel drive AE86, find the nearest roundabout and start going sideways. What does drift mean? I would show you, but this is a front wheel drive car and you really need a rear wheel drive to do it. Let's see, can I get this thing to drift? No. Drift means you basically half spin the car. You get the rear end of the car going way out sideways as you can get the car going. spin up the rear wheels and use them to power the car around, despite the fact they're spinning and pouring out smoke. Now, the very best guys can literally do entire tracks sideways just by drifting it one way and then the other on straights. The worst guys, I've seen somebody manage to flip a car while drifting. Put it that way. Or fail so badly that they're bought for wrecking. I've taken the Brody off for Project Hell just because it didn't make much sense having it on. I had it on for the video last night. The video I recorded last night, which is today's video, which may have been a mistake, but hey, it's a bit late for that now. Trust the Japanese to come up with something like drifting, though. I mean, they, traditionally speaking, don't have the greatest more traditional racing drivers, I'll say. You know, they haven't had the greatest guys in Formula 1, World Endurance, touring cars. So they came up with a solution by deciding, hey, our guys tend to spin a lot because issues. What do? Oh, we get them to half spin and then control the car. Makes sense to me. And then drifting was born. Flipping on drift. Well, in the guy's defense, he was trying to drift an oval, and he did hit the wall. The wall was like, it was going to flip somebody eventually if they hit it at the wrong angle, which apparently was backwards, because he lost control of the drift, hit the wall, and then the car went flip. Do I have a John Deere X320? I have a John Deere nothing. I don't have anything. I don't have any farm machinery. If I were to have any bit of farm machinery, it would. He must have had big speed behind him. No, he was just terrible at drifting. It was a quarter-mile oval. He managed to flip it coming out of turn 2. I've also seen the hot rods that normally race there manage to flip each other at turn 2. Now see, I don't have a farm, Jeef. I live in a town. I have couple of uncles who married into the family who own farms. One of whom can't tell I kid you not, one of whom can't tell a Frisian from a limousine. In terms of different breeds of cow, he cannot tell the difference. And guess what? He's a suckler farmer. He actually breeds cows, and he doesn't know what the different breeds are. The other fella is starting to get into I can't remember the actual name of the breed right now, but it's a French breed, and they're quite expensive. As far as I know. Just like I remember. Donegal rallies on this month? Oh god. I need to find out when Stone Throwers is, because they usually come past my house. I'm not kidding here, like I live in a town, but like the end of my road, the Stone Throwers rally usually passes by. So if I want to see rally cars, I just go to the end of the road when Stone Throwers is on. They're heading from, it's like from a service stop to the start of a stage. But it is kind of comical just sitting in here it's in August, I think. It's like you're sitting in here and then you're just a really angry growling. It's like, oh, must be the rally cars in town today. Yes, the first few times like, oh my god, the scumbags are out with their holes drilled in their exhaust, and then it just keeps going for another 20 minutes. Then you just kind of think, huh, I wonder why it's all so consistent. Ah, it must be the rally. Like last year I went down to the end of the road, literally, that's all I had to do. And there were a few Impreza WRXs. I think there was I can't remember what car it was, but it was some hatchback, which is really descriptive in the modern day. There was a hatchback that had a disagreement with a rock or a tree or something, and whatever hit won because it was going around on 3 wheels. Do I play a game called DV8? The only DV8 I've ever heard of is a shoe shop, and it's spelled exactly the same way. I think it's actually closed now, but it was a shoe shop. I tend not to play too many different games. In all honesty, I was playing Minecraft again last night because I was a bit bored. I didn't want to be turning on and off combined pedals, which I'll kind of have to do tonight anyway. But oh no, because I'll be recording ATS first and then farm sim. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm kind of. It's that weird situation where like I want to do the farm sim thing, but I don't want to. Oh, I've cut track. I wanted to do off camera work for farm sim, but then I was like, I'm gonna have to turn off combined pedals because I've just done the hell video or the race. So I decided to just play Minecraft for the night. My Skyblock world is coming along quite nicely. EV8 Exile. Literally never heard of it. Go on to a farm sim video with you. Honestly, I don't have the time. I know I said, oh, I was playing Minecraft for a while last night. That's my chill out game. That's the game that, like, everything is done for the day. And I can relax for a bit. And I want to, you know, I just kind of started up, and then I'm just kind of chilling out watching a YouTube video for the next 2 or 3 hours. Because I'm kind of, to a certain extent, I'm burnt out of farm sim. Not like to the point where I'm gonna stop playing, but it's just like I can't play as much as I did a couple of weeks ago or a month ago or whatever. And I'm just using Minecraft as a way of, you know, doing something quietly, because I do try and be quiet at night. While I'm still like feel like I'm doing something. Am I gonna get a new mic? Eventually, yeah. In all honesty, my priority right now is new headphones. I'll probably get new headphones in August sometime. Because my birthday's in August, and I can be like, hey, you know those headphones I really, really like? Yeah, get them please. Because they're only like €30. I think I'll literally be replacing this set with an identical set. Except a newer. Because the pair I'm wearing now is like 5 years old. And do I watch Daggerwin? Yeah. I don't like, whoa. I don't like a certain subsection of his audience. I don't like the rabid fanboy thing, and I hope I never get a rabid fanboy myself. I mean, I get that, you know, I get that you can enjoy videos and be like, oh, I want more of this, more of this, more of this, and you know, I wish you'd change things up a bit and do this and do that, and you know, that's fine. But looking through the comments on Daggerwin's videos, it's just like hundreds of people going, please notice me, senpai, and it's kind of disturbing. Like, being completely honest, I genuinely hope that if I ever become that big, people will have the sense to not have the notice me senpai mentality. What type of headset? Same one I'm wearing right now, Sennheiser HD 201 headphones. They're the best set of headphones I have ever owned. They're very bassy, which means they're very good for music, but they're also, I think, very good for sound editing, which is what I do a bit of. Well, well, in fact, I do actually edit the sound on my videos. I rebalance the voice to give it a bit more bass, which is why maybe during the videos I sound a bit, my voice sounds a bit deeper than it does here. That's intentional. I use a compressor so that it's a constant. I use a virtual compressor. I don't have a physical one. Much and all as I'd like one. Can I send you the link? They sell them in Tesco. That's where I'm going to be getting it. Most likely getting it. Do they cost a lot of money? They're like, depending on where you can find them, And I would guess Amazon is a good place. Because I'm not looking for them, I know where I can get them. They're like 20, 30, maybe 40 pounds. And I would consider that a reasonable price for something that's going to last for years. What mic do I have? I've got the Samsung CO1U. I would love a Blue Yeti. Or something to that effect. But money. It always comes down to money and I don't have it. I mean, I'd also love to get a what's known as a track hat, which is basically track IR. I can't afford it right now. It's a cheaper alternative to track IR, and apparently works mostly the same, with I think slightly less resolution, but you've got a Blue Yeti? Nice. You got it 2 nights ago. Awesome. I wish I could afford one. I honestly kind of regret not getting one when I was getting my microphone. But as a budget microphone, the one that I've got is quite good. Because if I got a Blue Yeti, I'd have to get a new shock mount and all that kind of stuff. They're good mics? I know that. My friend Nivo has one. Fahi, look at Track Hat. I can't remember the website off the top of my head, but it's literally just Track Hat. Look that up. It's almost identical to Track IR for about a third of the price. Definitely something I'll be getting eventually. Because that'd be so cool, and Project Cars would be, oh dear. I think you can use it with the Track IR software as well. It's just like a cheaper alternative. And it comes with, like, it works with the PS3 or PS4 webcam that's been modified to have like a no filter on it or something. I actually want to do something real quick. Oh, I am set up to live, okay. There we go. I think it's trackhat.org. Don't know which yet. I'll probably go Track Hat because it's cheaper. I can theoretically afford it if I combine PayPal and my actual bank account, but I don't want to be emptying my bank account because that's kind of my emergency, 100 or so euro. Oh, you got a, you got a snowball. That's not a bad mic either. The Yeti is better though. The Yeti is better than the snowball. Just because it's better. It's generally better. Sound quality is fantastic out of the Yeti. Although it does have a tendency to pick up literally everything in a house. You got a snowball? I have essentially the same mic as Simulate does, except mine's the cheap knockoff edition. He's got the Behringer C1, I've got the Samsung CO1. They look identical. Hey Ford. Going to get fish and chips? Fair enough. I wouldn't mind some fish and chips myself, actually. Says the fat bloke who had two packs of noodles combined in, like, thrown into one pot for breakfast. Although in my defense, the Tesco like instant noodles are terrible. It's like they give you 3 strands of noodles. It's like, yeah, there you go. That's your money's worth. What would be really nice right now would be like an ice cream cone. Ice cream would be delicious right now. Or maybe even an ice cold beverage of some description. Cider is particularly nice on a sunny day. Ice cold bottle cider would be nice. Even though I don't really drink, I do occasionally drink when like the weather says, hey, you know what, it's a really nice day and beer would go down well. Yes. What's up, Ford? Pims, Pims, Magners, Bulmers is called here. I don't live too far from the Bulmers / Magners brewery, so I mean that's my cider of choice whenever I'm drinking cider. You've half a lasagna in the fridge waiting. I am jealous. Our fridge is just full of vegetables at the moment, most of which I don't eat. I am a super fussy eater when it comes to veg. It's like potatoes, carrots, turnips, peas. Does spinach count as a vegetable? Or is that just like a leaf? I will on very rare occasions eat mushrooms. Onions as well if they're like properly cooked into something. I don't like raw onion. Tomato if it's puree form. I physically can't eat tomatoes. That's the fun little fact. I physically cannot eat tomatoes. Like, if they're pureed, I can have them. I can eat them. But it's like, if you gave me a sandwich that had slices of tomatoes in it, I would start retching. I'd like take a couple of bites, realize there's tomato in it, raw sliced tomato, and I'd just start retching because it just doesn't agree with me. You drink nearly 30 litres of Coke a day? Dude, that is really terrible for you. Yeah, ketchup, tomato puree, tomato soup even. It's just the texture of, like, sliced tomatoes that gets to me. I've just managed to drift a front wheel drive car, by the way. Ooh. Diet Coke? That's still terrible. The artificial sweeteners in Diet Coke are carcinogenic. The same in Coke Zero. I have like maybe one can a day of a fizzy drink. Apart from my beloved sparkling water, which is just carbonated and has some flavourings in. That's relatively okay. This, I really hate front wheel drive cars. Really hate them. I got a cut track there. I got a cut track there. Oh my god. Why is it bad for you? Number one, it actually contains addictive substances. You might not realize it, but it is very, very addictive. It contains substances that your body will decide it needs. And you can very easily get addicted to it, which I did in the past. Number two, despite being low calorie and low sugar and whatnot, it is incredibly fattening because of all the gas in it. The artificial sweetener can, if you have too much of it, which like 30 litres of Coke a day is very much enough, it can give you cancer. It's a known carcinogenic agent. The caffeine, you should never consume a whole lot of caffeine anyway, because that's just stupid. It will affect your sleeping patterns, which is why I have really ridiculous sleeping patterns, is because I drank a lot of Coke back in the day. One thing I'd really like XSplit to do, just kind of on a tangent, is give me some sort of timer for how long the stream's been up. Give me a bloody uptime in XSplit, please. XSplit. We've been live for what? An hour 17 and we're still on the second car. I'm gonna grab a bottle of water because I am in need of some water. There we go. Ow. Just run over my toe. So, as some of you know, just while I'm doing this, as some of you know, I got like cats at the back and kittens and whatnot, and they've got the strangest habit of late. Is like if I rub them, yeah, an hour 18 now. Is if I like pet them or rub them or whatever you want to call it, they will start licking my hand, and I'm not entirely sure why. It started off as just one kitten, and now it's a few of them do it. Well, then it came to a few of them doing it. And I was out with them earlier, and the mother started doing it. I was like, what the hell? Why are the cats all licking my hand? And by the way, if the cows aren't at it again, are they? I can't hear them anyway. The cows from my back, yeah. Oh my god. They are so irritating. They're like the bloody dog. It just won't stop on again. You're not even the worst driving car that I have to deal with today. Because I have tested some of these. Chief, you better be careful, because I think Nightbot is in fact in the stream today. And if you just start spamming moo, it will start bopping you. How many monitors have I got? 2! Essentially one for the game, one for literally everything else. Oh, I didn't get a cut track, but I got contact. I got 2 monitors, one straight ahead of me, one just off to my right at an angle so that I can see it. So I can see it reasonably well without having to turn my head too far. Ooh, Ford, he called you Ford 4000. Ooh, what you gonna do, Ford? By the 698 Massey. You mean the mod? Yes. It wasn't the lack of man he was he's complaining about, Chief. Now you're Ford 700. See, that's trolling done right there. That's the correct way to troll. It's not like just throw insults around. It's just Subtle things. Nightbot took his time. 3 messages later, Nightbot comes in and is like, hey, that was a bad thing you did there 5 minutes ago. I gotta cut track because I was so distracted by Nightbot. Yeah, I think Nightbot's been chilling out with Welch a bit too much. I hate front wheel drive cars, I really do. I can't get that across enough because they just don't drive correctly. They don't drive right. That's for the love of... I'll fix it when I've crashed or finished this lap, whatever happens first. Thanks for letting me know though. I will fix it when I get a chance. I'm not going to intentionally like ruin a lap or something to do it. There is no Nightbot command. I don't think so anyway. Also, you can't send Nightbot away, Chief. I literally have to go into the Nightbot dashboard to get rid of it. And I'm not doing that because it's useful to a certain extent for spamming stuff. I just use Nightbot to spam. Farmer Jaffa Cake. Ford, you missed out. You missed the chance to say Farmer Reefer. I mean, come on. I mean, you might not know what a reefer actually is. So I'm not gonna explain it. Farmer Great Barrier Reef. I saw that, YouTube. I saw the stream drop just there. YouTube can pretend all it wants, but I saw that stream drop. Hey, John Deere 7000, man. How you doing? I hear you really love John Deere's. Is that true? I'm guessing it's as true as my love of Renault. No! Not again. Damn it. I'm gonna just skip on to the next car. What is the next? Oh god, it gets worse. It only gets worse. Hang on, this isn't a race car? I thought this thing was a race car. It's front wheel drive as well. Is this thing front wheel drive too? Oh no, the Trophy V6 is rear wheel drive. And the RSO1 is also rear wheel drive. Oh yeah, fixed chat. Refresh. Is that fixed chat? I can scroll this? I didn't know I could scroll chat. Huh. Maybe next time I'll actually just scroll down and see what happens. You know what, screw it. Let's go for the most insane car next. The RSO1, which I'm guessing it will be looking at it. Yeah, stupid fast lap. This is just to give me a break from the front wheel drive ridiculousness. If I'd known the Megans would be so bad, I would have left them for another day. thing is quite quick. Also, it has 7 gears. What are you asking about it too, G? This thing is actually performing a lot better than I anticipated. Because I did a couple of laps at a different circuit last night, and this thing was just everywhere. Who are you asking if they have a job? This... I wonder, is it that I'm actually so comfortable with the Nurburgring now that I know the track without realizing I know the track? Me? Yes and no and yes and no. At present, I have no income. However, I spend all my time working on YouTube or doing something towards the channel. I am waiting for a friend of mine to get his internet connected up again, and then I'll be working in game then again. The Ford kinda got it right. I don't, but I do, but I don't. I don't have any income other than YouTube ad revenue. Or, I guess, donations if you're feeling particularly generous. Can you donate? Yeah. You don't need permission. There is a donation link in the description below. It's down there. I think the donations command is... well, donations, not donate. Or it should get... no, there is a command, because I have to set Nightbot up to... I think it's exclamation mark donations. Because everything Nightbot spams is a command. No, not donates, donations. Although if you go down to the description, I think it's like the very first link. Stream lift again. Thank you for... that was the link. Command even. I don't see why you had to use the command again, Chief, but okay. Yes. That is intentional, that is legit. It would either be... Okay, so I got 1.9%. There's a service charge on I'm Raising, and it is 1.9%. The two choices I had was either... if you donate, you give an extra like 1.9%, which is quite small. Really, for most donations, or like it comes out of the donation itself. And I kind of went for the you can pay the fees because it I don't know, I could change that option. 658 413. It's like you can choose how much you want to donate, and you know that I'm getting that amount, excluding like PayPal charges, I guess. But the I'm Raising charges, they're like put on top, but I get exactly what you say you want to give me. I think I've got the smallest donation possible set as €1, so you'd have to like give it 2 cents. I donated €1 to myself as well at some point in the past, just to test the donations, and I got like a 2 cent service charge for doing that. Let's go for the. I don't want to drive this thing. Can I tune this RS Megane at all? I want to lower the rear tire pressures to like 1.8 bar maybe. Because like the rear tires are doing nothing, they're just kind of skidding around. I'd like to change brake ducts, but I can't. Yes, that is in fact my real name, and I don't particularly appreciate people using it. It's just like something that I got an email somewhere. I got some sort of notification just there. Like if you're talking to me on here, you can. I genuinely prefer being called Dave. On YouTube and whatnot. I'm playing an ad because reasons. I want. Let's speed up the steering. And do I want stiffer suspension? No. What exactly was that? Oh, here's my phone. All the way over here, I think. Where is my phone? Oh. Gabin Muguruza has apparently won the French Open. Yeah, real names are. There's a reason that I like don't have my real name anywhere other than my PayPal. It's just like you choose what you want to be called on YouTube. I know a few YouTubers' real names. Obviously, there's PewDiePie and whatnot, but I mean, you didn't know. But yes, you never ever use a YouTuber's real name. Unless you're like talking to them in private. Or they say it's okay. Maybe that'll fix things with this one again. Dagowin's real name isn't Matt. I think Mapper's Paradise accidentally leaked his real name at some point. His first name anyway. I believe I know his first name, but I was going to say professional courtesy, I'm not going to mention it, but then yeah, Mapper's Paradise did kind of leak his real name. But again, you're not supposed to tell, it's like professional courtesy. It's like Nerd Cubed. I call him Nerd Cubed. Everybody knows his real name, but he's Nerd Cubed. Total Biscuit. Everybody knows his real name, but he's Total Biscuit. I think shoring up the steering actually has helped. You don't know whose real name? Total Biscuit or Nerd Cubed? They're both pretty open about their actual names. But it's just courtesy to use their Nerd Cubed? His real name's Dan. Which I don't mind saying because he's constantly talking about it in videos. You gotta go on 5 to watch another live stream? Fair enough. I'll actually be watching another live stream almost immediately after my stream today, I believe. Yes, hopefully. Nerd Cubed is actually brilliant for Sims. Like, Nerd Cubed, part of it is, part of what he did to Sims was he made Euro Truck as big. He helped to make Euro Truck as big as it is. Is it the same live stream? It probably won't be the same live stream I'll be watching. I'll be watching some iRacing, hopefully. Assuming somebody's actually streaming what I want to watch. Fresh eggs? What the hell is fresh eggs? I don't get this fresh eggs thing. Oh, and I need to... He is doing the stream of 5. Fresh Eggs is actually somebody's name on YouTube. Or Twitch, I guess. I have literally never heard of this person. I am confused. I am very confused. Oh, yes, I should mention. Yeah, next week is... I think it's next week, is E3. Or the week after next. I need to do some consulting with people. Need to talk to some people. I'm gonna try and get some E3 coverage going. Depending on what certain people say and how quiet I can keep things. Because it's all gonna be like 2 o'clock in the bloody morning because of America. I might have some E3 live streams going on. I may just have a Discord discussion group going, which is more likely. And of course it'll be as snarky as I'll probably be watching the Nerdcube streams on E3, to be quite honest. Manager contractors coming in FS15? I haven't even decided if they're coming. If they do, it'll be quite a while yet. There we go. Sometimes the best thing to do is just to go for a different car for a few minutes. Just take a short break from something and come back to it later. With a new outlook, a slightly new setup, and a slightly sweatier head. I wish I had the time to have a drink, but this car is just that tiny bit too fast. No, 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 no. It's gonna take a short minute with the game paused to try and calm myself down and check emails and whatnot. Because that car is just so annoying with the the understeer. So very, very annoying. Trying to check Twitter as well. Oh dear. Nerdcubed has quite literally blocked up. Oh my god. You know when people say, oh, you can never have too much Lego, or you can never have too much of a good thing. I think Nerdcubed here has kind of shown what too much Lego actually looks like. Good lord. Oh dear, he's literally just filled the door with Lego. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's the stuff he's yet to build as well with those all those boxes. I'm just reading through Twitter at the moment. Yeah. That's too much Lego. Like, that is the definition of too much. If you can block up a door with Lego, that's too much. Delicious water. So we still have this McGann, the other McGann, and the third McGann. Good. I'm just gonna do a cruise lap with this thing. I can't be bothered pushing it. Tried pushing it for like an hour and a half, and it's just not happening, so yes, this is my method of cruising. Is slow drivers quickly, just brake a bit earlier and roll the car around corners more. You didn't think I was going to have an actual slow lap. comedy will be that this is probably going to be faster than an actual lap rep. You just heard bad news? Is that bad news that the new series of Top Gear isn't cancelled? Because that is bad news. Chris Evans has been having a meltdown on Twitter again about how successful Top Gear allegedly is now. Did anybody see those tweets, by the way? He had a proper big meltdown on Twitter. Just trying to prove that the new Top Gear lineup is actually good. It was like, Top Gear had this many viewers. Fact! We had this amount of audience share. Fact! And then you look at like what Top Gear, the end of the last season, went up against, and it was this huge... I think it was like the series finale of Downton Abbey or something. And as a result, the first episode of new Top Gear had slightly more viewers because it wasn't up against anything. I'd be interested in knowing the numbers on this coming Sunday's Top Gear because it won't be anywhere near as good. Spoilers heading his way. The ratings and all of the analytics for the second episode of Top Gear won't be as good. You've been to Downton Abbey to shoot? Awesome. Yeah, there's such a thing as morbid curiosity. And my god, that was morbid because... What was it? I've heard somebody refer to it as just a slow fart. Which I think is the best way to describe just what it was. It's just like... There's no entertainment value. There's no camaraderie, no anything worth really claiming was good. I mean, even the script was clearly written for the original 3. The script and the pre-tape segments in like the Reliant Robins that were there for some reason, where like Matt's one broke down a couple of times and then they made it to Blackpool and nothing happened in between. Like, okay, is this what Top Gear is going to be now? Is like they'll tease that they're going to have this really epic road trip. Matt LeBlanc's going to break down a couple of times, and then all of a sudden, hey, look, we're exactly where we're going, with no real anything happening. The best thing they can do for Top Gear now is turn it into an actual car program. Just like either go completely silly with, you know, Dick and Dom even be better than Chris Evans. People who actually have chemistry, Dick and Dom and the Juckle Brothers or something, and get them to do nothing but challenges. Get rid of all the studio segments like Top Gear USA did, because where Top Gear USA fell flat was the studio bits. So they got rid of the studio bits, and now they literally just show up every week there and play their various roles. Like one guy wrecks cars, one guy goes fast, and one, they've got the different roles that the original three had. Because Clarkson was fast, brash, and loud. Hammond was tiny, and James May was slow. What are the roles of the new presenters? Yeah, Top Gear is dead in the water unless they turn it into a car program. If they have like Matt LeBlanc and Chris Evans talking about cars, because they are like big car fans. If they have them talking about cars, it can be rescued. Have I ever played Goat Simulator? Yes, it's terrible. I played it like the day it came out or the day after it came out. It was... no. We're all out enjoying the sun. Yeah, Pedro, I don't think I need to go out to enjoy the warmth. I've got my own personal sauna right here. It is ridiculously hot in this room. I mean, it's great, because... Matt LeBlanc was bored. I think Matt LeBlanc needs a script where he's, like, told to be a bit mental, like Joey, or... what's the name of the show where he plays himself, but like an exaggerated version of himself? He needs to have that kind of energy for him to work as a presenter of Top Gear. And the way that it was done last week was just... Matt LeBlanc isn't British, so he doesn't understand British things. That's kind of racist. Or xenophobic. Damn understeer on this thing. This car is nothing but understeer. It is ridiculous. I do, however, seem to have calmed down the rear end by reducing the tyre pressures. Yeah, the rear end's definitely a lot calmer now that I've reduced the tyre pressures. Yes, it's not getting up to the same pressure as the front end, but it doesn't really need to. It just needs to be somewhat stable, and with a front wheel drive you kinda do want more tyre pressure in the front. Or at least I do. Although that could be causing the bloody understeer. That could in fact be what's manufacturing the understeer. Because I got 2.6 bar in the front tyres and 2.4 in the rear. Cut up the rear pressures by 0.2 of a bar, I guess. See if that helps any. Firstly, I could reduce the front pressures by 0.2 bar. Alternatively, I could just, you know, go slower. There we go. What am I driving? Megane, something or other. The RS265 Megane. Chief, I'm not going to answer that question. And I really don't appreciate attempts at doxing me and finding my name and address. The Renaults are alright in this, it's just I don't like front wheel drive cars at all. So that's it on Steam. May or may not be right. Look at the GPS data on videos, see what that says. See if that agrees. Because I do set a location on my videos. It may or may not be correct information, but I do set location. With front wheel drive is just like it doesn't turn. You have to go a lot slower than you want to actually get the damn thing around corners, which annoys me. Fahy's of the opinion that front wheel drive is really good, but no, there's very little feeling out of a front wheel drive. Plus you're just shredding the front tires constantly. Welcome back, geek. I wish I knew how to set up a front wheel drive car. Yeah, rear wheel drive is just more fluid. And much more common. Which is kind of good for me, I guess. Like the RS01 that I drove a little while ago, which was originally going to be the last car for the day, but I got annoyed with the this thing, which was supposed to be the second car of the day that was successful. That's a rear-wheel drive, and it launched itself around the track really nicely. The next car up is again front-wheel drive, which is going to annoy me. But in theory, at least, it's going to be a better front-wheel drive. Don't you dare give me a cut track! This car is junk. This car is absolute junk. If you own a Renault Megane RS265, you are a sadistic twat. And I hate you. I mean, yes, it looks nice. Yes, it looks nice now, but is this even the RS265? I don't know if this is the RS265. It is. Good. Because it looks the 275 trophy has a similar motif on top. Chief, why do you keep spamming the Farm Sim mod list? If you want it so badly, just keep it open or set a bookmark in your browser. Don't keep spamming the chat with the mods command. Did I try and get out that alright mod? No, I didn't actually. I got the in-game alright around at long last. That's like the proudest moment in Project Cars for me, is getting that in-game alright around. To be quite honest, I don't see the point of... It's only your second time doing it? Today, yes. But you did it 7 or 8 times yesterday in fairly quick succession. I would argue just bookmark it somewhere and have like a bookmarks folder or something, so you can come back to it, because it does change every so often. I'm planning on changing it quite a lot in the very near future to dump a lot of mods. I don't really see the point of modding Project Cars, to be quite honest. What's really annoying to me though is that Project Cars 2 is probably going to launch next year. Like in early 2017, I would guess. And like that's one thing that annoyed me with Project Cars. The entire way through is like, the feeling that it's just a stopgap for Slightly Mad. As far as you can see, it's the only car mod out. It's because this game is almost impossible to mod. I played 17 rows. Yeah, I know. I know all the information, Chief. Project Cars had literally just released and Slightly Mad said, oh hey, we're gonna bring out a Project Cars 2, we're gonna start working on it now. It's like, whoa, guys. That's not how the simulator market works. It's not how the sim racing market works. Is you release a game, you support it for 5 or 6 years, giving it maybe not particularly, not monthly, but like regular updates. You give it loads of cars and a few tracks, and open it up to modding. Slightly Mad saw that and said, no. We're gonna have new content every month, which is, okay, that's fine. I can appreciate that. No modding. Why? Why do that? You're losing out on PC sales from that. And once the final DLC is out, we're gonna essentially drop all support for the game. First off, screw you. Second off, no. Third off, look at Assetto Corsa and how arguably successful Assetto Corsa is as a game. Yes, it's simplifying itself down a bit for consoles now, but they're bringing out content on a fairly regular basis. Not constantly, but you know, it's just kind of dripping out every so often. It's got full mod support, except for Formula 1 cars because the FIA are douchebags, well, FOM are douchebags. And in honesty, I think Assetto Corsa is much more well-rounded. Project Cars probably has prettier looking graphics, but in terms of physics, I would argue, despite the fact that I can't drive most of the cars on it, Assetto Corsa is probably much more realistic and probably has much better physics. Mainly because I can't drive most. Mainly because I can't drive most of the cars on it. A lot of the sim racers I watch, they're pretty much as fast in Assetto Corsa as they are in iRacing or something like that. How was that cut track? Seriously, some of the track limits in this track are ridiculous. Oh, you got one wheel off the track. Oh, that's nasty. You're cheating. No. I was kind of losing control and struggling to get it back. And a wheel went onto the grass as I was doing that. See you, Chief. P-Cars is nice. The fun thing is I think the Assetto Corsa ring is better. As far as I'm aware, they're using the exact same laser scan, but the whether it's been scaled slightly differently or what, I don't know. But the Assetto Corsa Nurburgring is much better, the Nordschleife at least. I know the original iteration of the GP-Strecke was a bit dodgy and crap, which is probably how I was able to drive it. But the Nordschleife is so much better in Assetto Corsa. It's genuinely challenging. And like you find yourself losing grip in the weirdest ways in Assetto Corsa, which is realistic. Whereas this is like, oh, I've clearly just driven too quickly or hit a bump wrong. Probably should have switched up to 6th there, but the fun thing about Project Cars for me is the range of cars. Like the range of cars and tracks. Because I must have hit the curb there. Some of the have I played Dirt Rally? Yes. That is a really good sim. Like in terms of realism, Dirt Rally is amazingly good. Because I can get on fairly well on the asphalt stage, but as soon as it gets onto dirt, I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Piece of crap. You've yet to complete a course on it. Same. I'm just giving up on the 265. I'm just flat out giving up on it. Let's try the 275. I'm going to give this 5 attempts. I'm going to give this car 5 attempts and then I'm going to give up on that too and just say Renaults are terrible. Which they are. I don't like Renaults. Am I driving the same car now? This is almost identical. Oh god, this thing has even worse grip. They're actually bringing front-wheel drive cars, really? I don't doubt that they're good front-wheel drive cars, it's just the front-wheel drive cars are terrible race cars. This sounds slightly different. There's a more of a rumble to the exhaust. But it is largely identical, so. Here's hoping I can actually drive it. Some sort of whine or whistle or clattering whenever I'm at high revs. What the hell is that? Is that the rev limiter or something? Or like the turbo struggling? Use front-wheel drive. Yeah, front-wheel drive always has a very forward brake bias. It's usually around 70%, I think. 65-70%. And that's part of my issue with them. Four attempts remaining for this car because it should not have just speared off like that. Turn on the lights so I can actually read everything. We might have bumped up the bias a bit maybe, but I don't know. See, the thing that annoys me is just the rear end completely loses all grip very regularly on these cars. Look at that, look. Why did it do that? You know, I'm just gonna... Nope, not even gonna bother with the front wheel drives. I'll come back to them eventually. And I'm gonna just go straight for the Megane trophy. So that I get a car that has a logical drivetrain. I also want to get, like, another car done today. Yeah, this thing's gonna be fun. I've heard rumors about this thing. I don't know how true it is. That's why. No, turning the brake bias more towards the front to make the rear even more loose. You finished your new PC build last week. Awesome. Come on, load the picture, please. Oh, that is much cooler than my PC. Yeah, I've heard rumors about the lichen. I believe based on the rumors I've heard, a fitting nickname would be the lichen hyperdrift. I will get that around the ring. I will. Seriously, why do the Arabs like 700 horsepower, 400 km/h cars? Why? What good does it do? It needs like huge brakes to get down to a good speed. One thing I'd love, one car. If I could pick one car that I could have in any racing game, like just in all of them as a legal requirement, it would probably be the Bugatti Veyron. Just to see how stupidly fast it would go along the main straight of the ring. Although if I was to pick a track that was like legally obliged to be in every racing game, it would be the the 70s version of Le Mans with the lack of Mulsanne's chicanes. It's just this this like 3-mile long straight. Let's get into the McGann Trophy, and I'll be looking at probably a 7-minute lap. Yeah. I know why touring cars actually have front wheel drive as well. It's just to save weight, because they're front engined. It's the same reason a lot of Formula 1 cars or a lot of other racing cars are rear wheel drive. The stream dropped just as I was about to start the lap, so if you're wondering why I just suddenly stopped the car, the stream dropped. And why did I select quit? I meant to start restart. Yes, meant to select restart. I've got chocolate, but they're gonna be melted. I've got chocolate bars on like a little table beside me. They are so melted. I'm not going mad. YouTube legitimately says that the stream dropped. For a brief moment it dropped. I love how this thing is technically a touring car. It sounds like a V8 almost. Is it a link later? Awesome. Also, why does this sound better than a modern Formula 1 car? This sounds better than the Formula 1 hybrids, which is kind of depressing. This car is quite difficult, yes. You have to be very careful with the throttle. Wouldn't be hard to do this, true enough. Just for funsies. Donuts. I've completely wrecked the tires. See if I can drift this thing. The answer is no. So no engine damage on there is. I have blown engines before. What does the Motec say? The water temperature is what I need to look at. 70. This engine is bulletproof. The temperatures are rising, but only slowly. And they see me going over. Yeah. That should have blown the engine, but it didn't. Okay, now I'm just gonna try and blow the engine. What goes up first, the engine or the tires? See the temperatures there. This is gonna blow the engine. This is gonna blow it. Question is when. Hey Max. The funny thing is it's only spinning up one tire. Second tire is now starting to grip. We're at 100 degrees oil. 100 water, 102 oil. I don't know why only one tire is actually spinning. Try and get this somewhere. Managed to accidentally force this into it. There we go. This has to blow the engine. Except it's not because it's cooling it down. Right, that's both tires now spinning up. Yes. So this will hopefully blow it a bit quicker. Come on. I am actively trying to blow the engine as well. Also, check out that lighting system. That's actually quite good. How quickly the rear wheels are actually spinning. For some reason the front wheels also are. Hey, you can't have everything. 117, 115. I don't think I can blow the engine. Did I get my internet fixed? Yes. Although, hang on. Huh. Now as I find out damage turned off. Oh, I do have damage turned off. It's just visual damage, but you can still blow the engine. Now I'm going to do something incredibly stupid. See the tough one? Yep. Z-Geek. Alright, back to serious now. Let's restart. It's a good way to blow off steam though. Brilliant. perfect start. Did you not know that it's good luck to bop the pit lane when you're starting a lap in the Nordschleife? Were you not aware of this? On the bright side, this thing is fairly easy to hold in a line. Yeah, you have to bop the pit lane, say hello to it, and show the walls some love. They'll be nice to you for the rest of the lap. Show the walls respect so you don't hit them. Same reason you hit everyone in Monaco, you show them who's boss. Then you start racing properly. The number one thing to do if you start spinning is just slam the clutch. Keep the engine running. It's so easy to drop it at low speed there. Stream had a bit of a spaz there. It should be good now though. Don't give me a cut track. There's our lucky bum. Do it again just for luck. Nudge as well. So we should have all the luck now. Could you imagine a real driver doing that? Just saying, oh, it's part of my routine to hit that wall. You get fired so quickly. But Dave, why did you drive into the pit lane like that? It's part of my routine to hit the wall. It's like Coulthard in Adelaide 90. Was it 95? Coulthard managed to crash into the pit lane. Yeah, he definitely wouldn't be in the team very long. Unless his name is David Coulthard, in which case he somehow gets a free pass for crashing into the pit lane. They're one of the most embarrassing crashes in Formula 1 history. You don't even remember that? Look it up. It's like, I know it's one of the Adelaide races. I think it's 95. He understeered in the pit lane entry, which was a hairpin, and he just clonked the pit lane. He just hit the pit wall. He was out of the race because he screwed up the pit stop. Essentially. It's like all those NASCAR crashes where they inexplicably don't know how to use a pit lane correctly. How is that not a cut track? How is that not a contact? Come on, car. You can go. No. Is that still good? No, it's not. Dinner's ready. See ya. Hello. Just try the lap like this and see what happens. See how I do with this view. Well, that's an auspicious start, isn't it? Feels like a flick spin. This is actually more comfortable. Just as a driving view for me. This is decidedly better than the normal Project Hellview. Much more comfortable because I got more vision. this thing is now starting to behave. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. Okay, I'm gonna actually have to end the stream. I don't want to, but I kinda have to. My right wrist is starting to go, so I need to rest it for a little while. So I gotta end the stream a bit early, just so that I don't break myself. So I'll be back tomorrow with Farm Sim, I guess. Hopefully. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with some Farm Sim. Hopefully everything will be fine. I'll be able to get the video done tonight and all that good stuff. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.